Left defense number 4, Sam Elkin. Right defense number 3, Madeline Guterin. Left wing number 9, Brianna Qualley. Center number 34, Gabby Demarat. Right wing number 10, Megan Maher. And in goal number 33, Sabrina Rittner. Starting lineup for University of Colorado at left defense, number 47, Lauren Raymond. Right defense, number 12, Ashley Roos. Left wing, number 17, Jordan Bonk. Center, number 33, Natalie Edwald. Right wing, number 55, Mia Fischelli. And in goal, number 2, Andrea Burbaum. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Western Women's Collegiate Hockey League Championship Tournament broadcast. I'm Anita Tucci. I'm going to be joined this evening by my partner, Ellis Beacom, here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. And of course, as you know, this is the qualifier for the ACHA National Championship Tournament that'll be held in March in St. Louis, Missouri. So this is the second game of the evening featuring the number 2 seeded University of Colorado Buffaloes. They're going to be the designated home team. They'll be guarding the goal to your left, wearing their home whites. And the number 4 seeded Colorado State University Rams, they'll be the designated away team. They're wearing their dark green travel jerseys. They'll be guarding the goal on your right. So let's go through starting lineups really quickly. For Colorado State, the defenders will be number 3, Maddie Girton, and number 4, Sam Elkin. The forwards are number 9, Brianna Qualley, number 10, Megan Marr, and number 34, Gabby Demorat. And in goal for the Rams will be number 33, Sabrina Rittner. For the number 2 seeded Colorado Buffaloes, their defenders will be number 12, Ashley Rose, and number 47, Lauren Raymond. The forwards will be number 17, Jordan Bonk, number 33, Natalie Ewald, thank you, excuse me again, and number 55, Mia Fischelli. And in goal for the Buffaloes will be number 2, Andy Bierbaum, and we are off on the first period. Yeah, excuse me there, I don't know, I got a sneezing attack right before I had to start and announce the lineups. So Colorado won their game yesterday, defeating Utah 2-1. Colorado State played Arizona State yesterday, lost their game against Arizona State 7-0. So this is an important game for both of these teams. Arizona State, being now undefeated at 2-0, of course, is automatically qualified for the Sunday game. And it sort of depends on what happens in this game, who's going to be showing up on Sunday. Should Colorado win, that would also give them a 2-0 record, so they would automatically qualify for the Sunday championship game. However, should they lose, that would leave Colorado State and Colorado with 1-1 records.
That's
and
where
it'll
things get dicey.
get interesting, and then it'll be decided on the various tiebreakers. And we have a shot on goal, and right away we have a save by Rittner. Now, Rittner and Bierbaum have both played outstanding defense for their teams in this tournament so far, and we've seen them in the regular season. They're both very, very solid goalies. And on the draw, the puck ends up in the corner. It's going to be chased in there by, looks like that's Ahrens of Colorado. And I want to welcome all our fans for tuning in. Thanks so much for joining us, whether you're tuning in from Fort Collins or Boulder. And we have another shot on goal, another save by Rittner. And these teams, to qualify for this tournament, it was the top 4 teams in the WWCHL based on their ACHA rankings. And Arizona State was, well, runaway number 1. They had a number 10 ranking in the ACHA, but then the 2, 3, and 4 positions, they were jammed right together. Colorado ended the season being ranked 23rd, Utah at 24, and Colorado State squeaked in at 25. They actually were trailing Grand Canyon, who is now 26, but they'd been trailing Grand Canyon for most of the season. In the last couple weeks, past Grand Canyon to take that last slot.
When it counted most.
When it counted most, absolutely.
Clutch time performers.
But as you can, tell, you got 23, 24, 25, and 26. They're just like all stacked up right there together. So these teams are very close in rankings, fairly close in results and records. So I expect this to be a pretty close game, adding to which you've got this cross-state rivalry between Colorado State and Colorado. And again, off the face-off, Colorado controls. Moving the puck around, Nichols ends up in the corner. I'm sorry, not Nichols, Girton. Furla lets one fly, but it goes way high up off the glass. McDonald's gonna scoop it in, keep it in. And finally, Colorado State managed to clear the puck out of the zone. Puck ends up in the neutral zone. Furla picks it up. Cross-ice pass to McDonald. Colorado State intercepts, tries to send one ahead into the Colorado zone, but unsuccessful. Now here comes Bonk. Bonk is a dangerous scoring presence for sure. She skates across the blue line, being checked hard by Demorat, who is one of the higher skilled, most talented players and highest scorer on the Colorado State team. She was Ms. Everywhere last night in the game against Arizona State. Raymond sends it back in. Oh, not quite. Intercepted by Demorat, who sends a beautiful lead pass to Gramont. Gramont turns around, tries to carry across the blue line. And it gets intercepted and picked up by Rose. Rose sends it up to Raymond. Raymond ahead to Ewald. Intercepted by Charlton of Colorado State. And then now picked up by Girton. Sorry, not Girton, that's number 9, Quali. Colorado carries it in Fischelli to Bonk. Bonk skates through one, skates to another.
Nice couple
shoots
moves.
Point blank. Rittner makes a terrific save.
And I remember you were telling me about this earlier, how Rittner, I think it was 57 shots yesterday she faced.
57
they lost
shots.
7-0, but that doesn't tell the story
well, I
of
mean,
Sabrina Rittner behind the net.
it's purely Rittner is the reason it didn't end up being a double-digit difference.
Near 60 is always a number you want to stay away from if you're an opposing goaltender. You'll have your action cut out for you, but might be more than you could chew at that point.
That's right. Yeah, we were kind of like laughing about how 57 shots on goal, that's like 2 games worth of shots on goal. It's
6 periods of play, yeah.
Compressed into only 3 periods of play. That's a lot of pucks to face. And I was wondering if she'd come back out for this game, but really, she is Colorado State's #1 goalie. The next gal down, Libby Condon, actually has some decent numbers, but she's only got 4 games played, and Leilani Lippincott, the third goalie, has only got 4 games played. So really, not a lot of time with these other goalies, and certainly not I don't think in tournament experience. I think I remember Rittner from last year, and I think the other 2 gals are new this year. So you don't really want to drop them in the deep end.
Somebody who's inexperienced, yeah, at the most important turn of the season.
Tournament of the season, that's right. Postseason play, like win or go home. All right. And Colorado pretty much, kind of as I was expecting, is Colorado's maintaining most of the possession, dominating the pace of play. They do have the higher skilled players, I would say, overall, and the better record. And we have our first penalty of the game. And we've seen, I think, I would expect to see some fairly physical play, not necessarily because that's their style, but because we're talking about cross-state rivals, and that always amps up the competition,
Totally.
you know, the juices a little bit.
Teams are no strangers to playing each other.
Exactly. So number 25, Grace Koshinski, goes in for 2 minutes for Colorado State for roughing. Colorado goes on the power play. First penalty of the game at 15:35 in the first period. We're still scoreless, 0-0. And now here comes Bonk with speed, goes across the blue line, drops it to Ewald, to Fischelli, who drops to McDonald, back to Fischelli. I'm sorry, that's Atwood, and she lets one fly from the high slot. Rittner tracks it all the way and makes a save. And the other thing I mentioned yesterday is that, I mean, I know Beerbaum's a good goalie, the Colorado goalie, because I've watched her play, but she didn't have a whole lot to do yesterday because I think she faced not even 10 shots on goal. In contrast to...
sitting on her heels.
Yeah, sitting on her heels. I'm sorry, Eatinger, not Beerbaum, but Eatinger. I know she's an excellent goalie, but she didn't have a whole lot to do yesterday's game against Colorado State. Fischelli skates around, lets one fly. Nice shoulder pad save by Rittner. Out to Atwood, back out to Fischelli. 1 minute, 7 seconds left in Colorado power play. Bonk gets one right in front, and Rittner gloves it as casual as can be, just like that. Both teams go for a change. On the draw. Still bouncing, puck is still bouncing around. Colorado controls. 58 seconds left on the Colorado power play. Rose sends behind the net to Ahrens. Ahrens out to Nasty. Nasty flings it on net. Right on target. Rittner makes another save. Puck still in the Colorado State zone, ends up being the corner. Finally, Ahrens comes up with it, gets it out to O'Brien. She sends it across to Rose, who isn't able to control it, so she's gonna have to send it behind the net to Ahrens. Ahrens skates back the other way, going for that wraparound. Nope. Back to Rose, back to Ahrens, behind the goal line. Oh, centering pass to Rose, who gets between her feet, and it's intercepted by Harrell, number 24, Harrell of Colorado State, and she wisely flings it down to the other end of the rink. 10 seconds left in the Colorado power play. Rose is going to have to hustle if she's going to get there first, and she is not going to do that. Good defense by Meeker Gordon. One of the things we noted about Colorado State yesterday is that not only is Rittner good, but Colorado State had pretty good defense against Arizona State. I think they did their homework, and they played Arizona State very well. The problem for them was they just didn't have any chance of scoring. Weren't able to put together any offensive drives. So teams back to full strength. Colorado State successfully kills off the penalty. Puck is finally, boy, we haven't seen that in a long time. We have a frozen puck. It's rare that the puck sits that long where they actually call a frozen puck, but we have one of those. So we'll have a face-off just outside the blue line. And in the regular season, it looks like Colorado State finished their season against Colorado. They had 2 games in Colorado at the end of January. They lost both of those. Then they played Colorado. I'm sorry, they played Colorado at home at the end of January, and then in the middle of February, right before this tournament, they visited Boulder, and they won 1 game and lost 1 game. So 3-1 in the regular season, Colorado State versus Colorado. So I do expect Colorado to have the edge, but like I said, the teams are all fairly close, and we have a delayed penalty coming up, but not for long. And it's going to be against Colorado. Looks like it's probably going to be a tripping. Jeez. And you know, it's funny when you're in a tournament, you're playing in a stadium that's not yours, and so it's always kind of fun to watch everyone trying to figure out which penalty box they're supposed to go to. So number 3, Maddie Girton goes in 2 minutes for tripping, and Colorado State gets a chance for a power play. And on the draw, Colorado State controls the puck. DeMorat lets one fly. Pad save by Beerbaum. And Colorado sends it in deep, as they should. Elkin to DeMorat. DeMorat's got some speed, like I said. She skates across the blue line, gets by 1 defender. She lets one fly, and oh man, Beerbaum thought she had it, and it bounced off her chest and over her glove and into the goal. And so Colorado State is the first to get on the board. It's a power play goal at 12:03 in the first period, scored by number 34, Gabby DeMorat.
And what a job by DeMorat and the line around her, taking advantage of the opportunity gifted to them. Obviously, they struck first blood, took that first penalty of the game, but they were able to kill it off and get out of it unscathed. Obviously, getting the opportunity here to take the 1-0 lead, and they did just that. So credit to that all-important line for Colorado State.
And on the draw now, Colorado has the puck in their own zone. It dribbles out in the neutral zone. DeMorat sends it out across to, looks like Elkin. Nope, sorry, that's McDougall. McDougall was another player who stood out to me in yesterday's game. As I said that, Ewald decides that she's going to try and even things up, but she fires point blank. Rittner makes a save. And I think for both Colorado and Colorado State, I see definitely there's some talent, but there's just not the depth where you can have that talent across lines number 2 and number 3 and deeper.
Have the same production out of those lines.
Yep. And that's fairly typical of the women's teams I see in the WWCHL. You definitely have some talented players, but it's rare to have full lines at the 2nd string and the 3rd string and beyond. Now, Arizona State is the exception. They've got strength all the way, depth all the way through. I would say Utah's coming along, Colorado's coming along. Colorado State has probably got a little bit steeper hill to climb. I think they maybe have more gaps. But again, you know, these teams in the and we have another penalty coming up. These teams in the WCHL, and Beerbaum heads to the bench, so now Colorado's going to get a player advantage until Colorado State can touch it up. It took a while for her to call that. So it looks like number 5, Megan McDougall is going to be heading to the bench. 2 minutes, and I think it's going to be roughing. I missed the call.
I didn't get a glimpse either. I think you're right, though.
So 2-minute minor. Colorado controls off the draw. Sets up their box. Nasty tries to dump it in, centering pass. But unfortunately, Wallace kind of whiffs on it, and now we've got the puck zipping down to the other end. O'Brien gets there first, tries to get it back to Wallace. Wallace falls down, but I think she just lost an edge. Now Wallace has got Nasty on the far side. She instead holds it, carries across the blue line herself on the left side, drops it to Rose, back to Wallace, and then she wisely tries to lift that up into the top shelf, but she misses the goal completely. It comes off the ice. I'm sorry, off the glass, off the ice, high off the glass. One-timer by O'Brien, stick saved by Rittner. 1:13 left in the power play advantage for Colorado. Aarons out to Nasty. Broken up by Elkin. Nasty recovers. Back out to O'Brien. Back to Nasty. And Nasty's got a terrific wrist shot if she can get one, if she's got a lane to shoot through. And sure enough, she does shoot, but it hits a bunch of bodies in traffic. She's going to try it again from the high slot, and Rittner gloves it. So we'll have a face-off in the Colorado State zone. Looks like it'll be to the left of Rittner. Colorado goes for a line change. Looks like Colorado State also does the same. So it'll be Harrell facing off against Hairston. Colorado controls. They've got 38 seconds left in their power play. They set up again the box. Atwood trying to get it to Bonk for a quick one-timer, but it gets past her and ends up behind the net. Colorado State, that's Isaacson Stubbs, tries to clear it. Centering pass, ooh, that was a pretty sequence right there. Ewald to Bonk, but Bonk unable to finish it off. Fischelli sends it in deep, and Bonk tries for another deflection. Terrific stick stave by Rittner. Norris is back there for Colorado State trying to get that puck loose. She finally does get it up to Maher, and Maher does manage to get the puck out of the zone, so Colorado has to come back out and regroup. Fischelli comes in, skating fast, makes a quick little turn, cycling up to number 3, that is Hatcher. Puck ends up in the corner. We have now both teams back to full strength. Colorado State effectively killing off that penalty. Now here's a chance by Koshinski, but the puck gets away from her, and it's going to get picked up by Furlew, sends it up to Hatcher. Instead, it's going to get intercepted by Gerton. Puck is kind of bouncing around, doing a little bit of ping pong here in the neutral zone with the puck just kind of bouncing back and forth. Now we're in the Colorado zone. And a lead pass to Hatcher, and oh, she makes the most of it. She's going hard. She's got her defender beat. She goes and follows the rebound, and Rittner makes 2 saves in a row. You got to give an A+ for effort for Hatcher on that one.
2 rebounding saves, and yeah, totally for Hatcher to even have the opportunity to be out in front and have a step and potentially put one on is a great drive in itself. But credits to Sabrina Rittner for shutting it down and not giving her any space on the one-on-one.
Yeah, Rittner is one of those goalies who's super quick on her feet and really good at getting back up after she goes down. So she's a very agile, athletic goalie. Oh, we have an offsides. Puck goes over the wrong side of the blue line. And in the regular season, Rittner has a save percentage of .926, so a very respectable save percentage, especially considering she played all the games but 8 this season. That's 933 minutes, and maintaining a save percentage above .9. Anytime you get anything over .9, that's very good.
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Beerbaum's no slouch either. She's played 570 minutes in the regular season with a .917 save percentage. Colorado State trying to make something happen. Here they go. Demorat. She's got Smith in the middle waiting for a deflection. She skates around behind the net. I'm sorry, that's Koshinski. Still skating with the puck. Oh, we got a collision next to the boards. Just 2 players skating into each other. No foul there. Finally, the puck ends up getting flung behind the net, or behind the goal. And Beerbaum says, well, you know what, I'm just gonna stop this now. It's getting a little chaotic, so we're gonna stop the puck. And so both teams change up their lines. 7 minutes, 1 second left in the first period. Colorado State striking first. They're on the board 1-0. And Colorado State gets a chance there. Oh, Norris really wants that one back. She had a chance, but she couldn't quite handle the puck. And now here comes Wallace the other way, but boy, she's being checked hard by Harrell. And we're gonna have a penalty on that one. I think Harrell's gonna get called for tripping or hooking or something. Although I felt like that was a pretty clean check. And she's emphatic. and saying that I'm not the only one wrestling around. But nonetheless, she's going to sit 2 minutes for holding. So now Colorado goes on the power play again. And it's interesting, Colorado, according to the scoreboard, Colorado has got 14 shots on goal. Colorado State only 2. But one of those 2 went into the net. Atwood trying to go for a centering pass, ends up being in the corner. Bonk. Setting up, back out to Fischelli. To Bonk. All the way across to Atwood. She's got some room. She shoots through traffic. Rittner makes the first save and then wisely pokes the puck all the way out. So it's out of reach of a gunning Colorado player. Colorado now setting up in their own zone again, starting their breakout. Oh, almost intercepted. Fischelli carries across the blue line. She skates, being defended very well by number 3, Girton. Out to the point, back out to Fischelli. Colorado State looking good, their defense looking good. I said that yesterday, they had some great defensive setup. Nice save by Rittner. They set up their defense very well against Arizona State in last night's game. O'Brien skates through a bunch of traffic, drops it to Ewald, who lets one fly and hits the side of the net and bounces into the corner. Colorado State still has 50 seconds left on their power play. Hairston, oh, and it gets away from Fischelli and bounces all the way into the Colorado zone. O'Brien picks it up, sends it up ahead to Rose. Rose to Nasty. Nasty's got Ahrens in the middle. Oops, Ahrens gonna have to put the brakes on because Nasty got slowed up, and now the puck's gonna bounce back into the Colorado zone. 25 seconds left in Colorado's power play. Nasty figures she'll try it again. She's gonna skate in through the neutral zone, cross the blue line on the left side. Being checked very well by number 10, that's Marr. Ooh, big slap shot by number 12, Rose, but it doesn't get through. Ahrens picks it up behind the net, ends up pursuing it in the corner. And the penalty is over, so Colorado State kills another penalty. Oh, one-timer. I tell you, Nasty wants that one back. She was trying to get that deflected in and was unable to do it. Both teams now back to 5-on-5. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in this first period. Colorado State with a 1-goal lead. Rose bounces up ahead along the boards. Colorado State sends it back. Unfortunately, it hits something and bounces into the Colorado bench. And Sandstra of Colorado trying to corral that puck. McCloskey sends it around behind the net. Oh, we got a big pileup behind the net in the corner. Whoa, we got another pileup. Looks like that was number 15. I think she actually stepped on the puck, which is very unpleasant. All right, here we go. Here comes Furla. She lets one fly. Oh my goodness, no goal. It hits the post and bounces back up. Goalie's best friend.
That noise is the skater's worst fear, right?
Exactly. Well, goalie's worst fear too. It's like you don't want to hear that sound because it might deflect in.
Yeah.
Hatcher now sends it into the Colorado State zone. Picked up by Girton. Girton sends it out across to Charlton. Charlton's going to have a little room, so she skates through one, skates by another. Oh, gets picked off by Bogg. She's not going to get by Bogg. Now Bogg comes in skating hard. Nice defense by Girton. What a great play, defensive play by Girton. Ewald keeps it in. She's got room. Lets off a slap shot high off the glass. Fischelli trying to center it. Gets it all the way across to McDonald. Another save by Rittner. I'll tell you, man, that gal Rittner, I think she must have like an extra pair of eyes on her helmet or something, because I'm amazed at how quickly she can transition from left to right.
Maybe it's the Dyson, she's got the Dyson glove on.
Oh, she's got the
Just
Dyson glove on.
Everything up,
there you go. Just like the vacuum, call her Dyson. All right, on the faceoff, puck ends up behind the net. Fischelli fighting for it with Elkin. And Colorado unable to contain it. Is it going to be icing? No icing. McDonald scoops it up, sends it back behind the net, back into the corner. Fischelli trying to get past somebody, and now here she comes. Ewald to Bonk. Back to Ewald. She's going to carry it across the ice herself. Now Ewald is another player with some skills on that Colorado team. She lets one fly. Good save by Rittner. This Ewald-Bonk line is a dangerous line. Fischelli, Ewald, and Bonk. This is a dangerous, powerful scoring line for Colorado. Fischelli out to McDonald. Back to Fischelli. And Marr successfully clears the puck out of the zone. So Colorado starts it over. Bonk in the neutral zone, being checked by Demorat. Oh, nice little pass ahead to Goldenberg. And then Ahrens tries to get a shot off, but it hits someone's skate. And now here comes Demorat the other way. Oh, not Demorat. I'm sorry. That is, who is that? It's an A on her chest, not a C.
I think it's Ashley Roos.
Ah, actually, no, it's number 12 of
Amber
Norris.
Norris. Excuse me.
12 in green. It's tough being up here if you're us. You got two Colorado
Now we got the
teams,
net
and we
in front of us, too.
we got the netting, and then we have numbers that overlap. All right, Colorado State trying to get the puck out of the zone. McDougall trying to clear it out. Oh, and Ahrens gets ridden off the puck by DeMattis. McDougall sends it back behind the net. It's going to get picked up by Harrell. Harrell gets around one. And finally, Colorado State just clears the puck out and goes for a change. That line's been out there a long time. And here they come. Rose whiffs on a pass. Picked off by Demorat. She sends it in deep behind the net, but it's going to get scooped up by Raymond. Raymond loses an edge, though. And now it's going to get picked up by Marr. Now Marr and Wallace are fighting for it. Wallace comes up with it, and she's got Hairston on the other side, but Hairston is unable to corral that puck, and McDougall sends it back the other way. So Rose tries again. Out to Raymond. Back to Atwood. Atwood being checked hard by Qualley. And now here comes Hatcher. Hatcher being checked by Demorat. They're in the corner, fighting for the puck. Demorat finally gets it out and gets to McDougall. McDougall skates around, does a little 180. Lead pass. Oh, hops over the stick of Demorat. She was aiming for Demorat, but it hopped over her stick. And now here comes Furla the other way. And the period ends. First period ends with Colorado State leading 1-0 as the teams head to the bench. And boy, I tell you, it really felt like Colorado State was putting a lot of pressure on Colorado for that period.
Yeah, I thought so, and I thought they were playing great defense as well. When Colorado was in Colorado State's defensive zone, they were doing a great job of not letting any open opportunities come. And of course, cannot overstate the efforts of Sabrina Rittner in the net, just stopping pretty much everything you could ever imagine in front of her. So great
Absolutely.
first period of action.
Great first period action. So we're going to take a little break. We will be back for the second period. All right, folks, we are back for the second period, and boy, I tell you, this has been a fun game to watch. Again, a bit of a surprise because in the regular season, right, Colorado State only was able to win 1 game out of the 4-game series during the regular season, but right now, they've got the lead. They're taking advantage, even though they're being outshot 17-2.
Almost outshot 9 times.
9 times, but on the other hand, they've got a 50% conversion ratio because out of 2 shots on goal, one of them went in.
Yeah.
And on the face-off, Colorado controls the puck. Bonk to Fischelli. It's the power line. Fischelli, Bonk, and Ewald. Puck pops up in the air. Demoret has some room to skate, carries across the blue line. She's got support there by Qualley. And Qualley indeed rips a shot off, but it goes wide. Puck comes out. Elkin to Demoret. Demoret skating across the blue line, sends it into the corner and behind the net. DeMattis isn't going to get there first, but she does manage to push the puck back the other way. Bonk picks it up, out to Fischelli. Oh, almost intercepted. Oh, it is intercepted. Smart heads-up play by Harold to intercept that pass, keeping the puck in the Colorado zone. So they go the other way. Bonk tries to get it up ahead to Fischelli, but it's time for a line change, so they do that instead. McDougall scoops it up behind her own net, or actually in the corner. Has a little trouble getting it out of the corner. And finally it pops out, but it's going to get picked up by Ahrens. She's going to skate across blue line on the right side. She flings one on net, and Rittner makes a save. And on the face-off, Colorado manages to keep it in the Colorado State zone. Puck is still kind of bouncing around. Finally, it bounces off a skate and bounces all the way out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Sandstra. She sends it behind the net to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to scoot it up along the boards, but looks like it's stuck there along the boards. Finally gets kicked back into the corner. And it looks like that was by Koshinski. She sends it all the way back around behind the net to Smith. And now the puck comes back the other way. Nasty gets by her. Isaacson Stubbs sends it back around behind the net, still in the Colorado zone. A nice move there by number 19, Smith, but she's unable to get that pass all the way through clean, or get that pass to her player cleanly. Now comes back the other way. Colorado's unable to clear its zone. Smith keeping it in. And finally, O'Brien gets a lead pass out ahead to Nasty. And Nasty's centering pass, though, gets picked off by Neal. McDonald tries to send it back in. Oh, and it gets by everyone. Neal's going to pick it up. Tries to bounce it along the boards. And she does into the Colorado zone. No icing. And now Colorado comes back the other way. Wallace lets one fly. Stick saved by Rittner. And of course, in this period, the teams have switched sides. So Beerbaum for Colorado's defending the goal on your right in the white jersey. Rittner for Colorado State is defending the goal on the left. And we've got a penalty coming up, and we've got a player down. And I am sorry to report it's Demorat. And she's skating off her own power, but boy, she doesn't look so hot. So that's unfortunate. I hope she's all right. In the meantime, number 23, Melina Atwood, goes to the box for Colorado, and Colorado State goes on the power play. If that is Demorat and she's off for any length of time, that is a huge loss for Colorado State. So in the face-off circle, we've got Harrell facing off against McCluskey. And Colorado gets the puck. McCloskey gets by her player. She's going to skate across blue line. She's by herself. She's got, looks like it's Hatcher waiting for a pass across the side. Rose sends it back deep into the corner. Hatcher gets there first. She gets around her player, her defender, trying to get that puck in front of the goal, and it does go in front of the goal, but DeMattis quickly jumps on it and sends it back the other way. 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the power play, and I'm not sure why they called that icing because... Oh, that's right, sorry, it's Colorado State's power play. Can't count 4 and 5. So it's icing. We'll have a face-off in the Colorado State zone. Furla facing off against Harrell. And Colorado State comes up with the puck. Norris skates through the neutral zone, across the blue line, carries it herself, looking for an open lane, trying to get it to DeMattis. Puck gets poked loose. It's going to go behind the net. Scooped up by Koshinski. Koshinski goes ahead and lets one fly. Pad saved by Beerbaum. And Colorado managed to clear the puck out and all the way to the other end of the ice. Goldenberg's going to try and get there first. Skating behind the Colorado State net. And she tries to do a quick 180, but loses an edge. Harrell picks it up. And finally it gets sent out by Amber Norris out into the neutral zone. And Colorado State goes for a line change. Might be a bad line change for Colorado State because they got outnumbered briefly, but they quickly get it back onto the ice and even up the numbers. McDougall back there. Wallace with a one-timer. Oh my goodness, that was unfortunate. McDougall was trying to clear the puck out. Instead, she dropped it right on the stick of a waiting Wallace, who from the middle slot sends it home. Rittner didn't have any time to adjust, and so Colorado evens it up on a shorthanded goal at 15:07 in the second period. Heads up play by Wallace to pounce on that puck, and she buried it. Wallace being fifth highest scorer on the Colorado team. In 22 games, she's got 3 goals, 5 assists, and 8 points. And that's in the regular season, of course. Now here comes Bonk. Picked off by McDougall. McDougall's got some wheels, or sorry, not McDougall, that's Girton. Puck ends up behind the net. Still back there fighting for the puck. Raymond's back there. Ewald's back there. And finally, the puck squirts loose, and it's going to end up behind the Colorado State net. McDougall starts behind her own net. Does a quick 180. And teams are back to full strength, so Colorado kills off the penalty and gets a shorthanded goal in the process. And that puck goes up and out of play. So we'll have a face-off in the Colorado State area. So we're back to square one. Teams are tied up 1-1. And puck comes out to McDonald. She sends it back in. It's intercepted by Harrell. Skates behind her own net and then tries to drop it for Neal. Puck is still kind of bouncing around. Now picked up by McDougall. McDougall gets away from one. Tries to send it along the boards and does get a lead pass to DeMattis. DeMattis is off to the races, across the blue line. Drops to McDougall. McDougall lets one fly, but it goes way wide. Whoa! Big collision between 2 Colorado State players who get tangled up right in front of their own bench. McDougall returns the favor. Now McDonald by Colorado lets one fly on net. Saved by Rittner. Gets scooped up by Elkin. Nice lead pass ahead to Fortney, but the puck gets away from her. And now Goldenberg's going to chase it into the corner in the Colorado State zone. Ahrens tries to get, oh, the puck is bouncing dangerously in the crease in front of the Colorado State net. And now it gets hucked all the way to the other end, and it's going to be icing. 12:49 left in the second period, and we have a 1-1 tie for this game. And I am sad to report, looks like Demoret's going to be leaving the rink. So Colorado State's #1 scoring ace is now out of the game.
Big loss for Colorado State.
That is a big loss for Colorado State, and I hope she's all right. So we have a face-off in the Colorado State zone to the right of Rittner. And the puck comes loose. Sandstra sends it into the corner. Centering pass to O'Brien. It goes for a one-timer. It's loose in front of the net. Ahrens is poking at it, and Rittner finally smothers it and stops the puck. We'll have another face-off. I think the other thing that's going to be important for Colorado State is I get the impression that Demoret's also the captain, so I get the impression that or she's not the captain. She is an alternate captain, so this could be a big, morality blow to the morale of the team as well. So let's see how Colorado State holds up. Puck ends up in the corner in the Colorado State zone, picked up by Norris. She sends it on behind the net. Girton tries to send it out, picked up by O'Brien of Colorado. Girton is still checking her hard and is going to drive her into the corner. Sandstra sends it along behind the net, all the way to the opposite corner. Wallace managed to get it clear, and now Fischelli's got a chance at it. No, not Fischelli, I'm sorry, that is number 26, Hairston. Puck dribbles out, and Sandra's gonna have to collect it behind her own net. She's being pursued by Smith. And now here comes Atwood. But nice poke check by Harold to poke that puck away. Now the puck comes loose, and Wall scoops it up again. And from the circle, she lets one fly very high. I don't know, Rittner might have gotten a piece of it, but it was pretty high up above the crossbar. Now Raymond lets one fly from the point, and Rittner makes the save. So we have a face-off in the Colorado State zone, 11 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Knotted up, 1-1. And it feels like, I felt like Colorado had more shots on goal in the first period. It doesn't feel like that this period. It feels like the teams are kind of more even up now.
I would agree. I'd say it's a lot more back and forth. They're both
holding
possession for
right. Colorado had more
stretches.
possessions, more shots on goal. Even though Colorado State got the one that got in, Colorado was controlling the play more, I thought, in the first period. Now it seems to be pretty even back and forth. And the puck ends up in the neutral zone. Hatcher finally carries it across but loses the handle on it, so it's going to get away from her. She's going to have to skate it into the corner. It's still kind of bouncing around. Nobody really controlling. Furler finally gets a blade on it. She sends one towards the net. Hatcher's right there for the deflection, but Rittner smothers it, covers it up. Both teams go for a line change at 10:43 in the second period. I would think that, Colorado would be highly motivated to win, because if they win, they're in.
Yeah.
If they lose, then it's going to come down to the tiebreaker. So it's kind of like Colorado State has nothing to lose, and Colorado really can't afford to lose. I mean, it's a bigger risk.
Totally, a lot more riding on the line for them.
But I just don't get that sense of urgency from Colorado. So here we come. Here comes McDougal. Now she's got some time. She sends a pass. Oh, she got the pass ahead to Qualley, and Qualley just kind of ran out of real estate, was desperately trying to get the puck back into play in front of the net, but was unable to do it. Beerbaum makes a save, and now we'll have a face-off. I'm also not seeing the kind of crisp passing offensive work from Colorado that I saw last night when they played Utah, when they beat Utah last night. Just don't seem to be as sharp.
On all cylinders.
Yep, don't seem to be quite as sharp today.
They might have 25 shots, but the percentage of those that were
Quality
high,
shots, yeah.
high opportunity, high percentage looks, probably a tick lower than you'd like to see.
So on the icing call, we come back to the Colorado zone. Colorado State unable to keep it in. So Norris having trouble keeping that, controlling the puck. Marr gets it up ahead to Koshinski, but she gets ridden off the puck. And nice pickoff move by Marr to pick the puck off of O'Brien, but the puck does come out of the zone. And so here we go again. Norris up to Qualley, who sends it in deep because it's time for her to go for a change. Whoa, and we got a penalty coming up. That one was kind of unfortunate because I actually saw that one.
Was
gonna
unfortunate.
Be on,
that was definitely not intentional.
No, it was going to be on Sandstrom. She got hung up, and she's going to get called for hooking, but you could tell. She's like, I didn't mean to, like, you know, hook her, but that's what happened. They kind of got their gloves and butt into the stick tangled up, and down goes the green jersey in a heap, and Sandstrom goes to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. So on the draw, Colorado manages to control the puck. Ahrens taps it by, tries to get by McDougall, unable to do so. McDougall skates it in through the circle, centering past to Qualley, who tries a one-timer and backhands it in.
Oh,
that was
goodness.
a beautiful play.
Oh my goodness. I
That
thought my
was
eyes were
a
deceiving me.
beautiful play.
Off the backhand too, over the top shoulder. That was just textbook.
And Colorado State pulls back into the lead on a power play goal at 9:13 in the second period. So that penalty that Sandstrom committed, however inadvertently, really cost Colorado dearly. So we're waiting for, here we go, as they were waiting for a contingent here, full contingent. And now we have it 5-on-5. And Hatcher carries the puck across the blue line into the Colorado State zone. She ends up in the corner. And now we have a penalty. It's going to be against Colorado State now.
Looks like it's going to be a tripping.
Going to be a tripping, yep. That was that in the corner. And it's going to be number 9. That is Bree Qualley. It's going to go in after she scores a goal. 2 seconds later, she's going to the box because she tripped somebody.
The duality of a win.
Exactly. So here we go. Now Colorado State going on the kill. On the draw, ends up being the corner. Elkin wraps it around behind the net and actually is able to clear the puck out of the zone. So Colorado's going to have to come back out and regroup. And this lead pass to Fischelli. Fischelli's centering pass goes all the way through to the other side. Ewald's going to chase it down. DeMattis is pursuing. Hairston ends up behind the net, gets the puck out in front, but it gets by everyone and all the way into the Colorado zone. Also ticking off some valuable seconds off the clock for Colorado State, who's trying to kill this penalty with an escape without getting a goal scored against them that would tie up this game. Bonk skates through the circle, goes for centering pass, but deflected. Good defense by number 3, Girton. Maddie Girton. Atwood scoops it up, starts to break out from her own zone. Lead pass, too far ahead of Fischelli, and so Girton just sends it right back. Intercepted by Bonk. She's got speed, across the blue line. Girton backs up and does a great job defending. The puck pops out again. 55 seconds left in the kill, penalty kill for Colorado State. O'Brien, nice little saucer pass to Fischelli. She skates across the blue line. She got Ahrens trailing, and wow! Nice save by Rittner. I thought that was in. I thought that was in. And the puck comes bouncing back. Girton again sends it in deep in the Colorado zone. Down to 30 seconds left in the Colorado power play. Nasty picks it up. Being checked hard by Marr. She gets around her. Centering pass out of Barron's reach. A great defensive play there by Norris of Colorado State. puck is bounced around behind the net. Erin's going to pick it up, skate into the corner, being guarded by Norris, and now she skates and drops it to the point to O'Brien. Back to Nasty. Nasty and Norris go down the heap, and the penalty is over. Colorado State kills off another penalty. And Qualley comes in to join the party. 5-on-5 hockey now. And now here comes Colorado State. Qualley sends it in deep and gives Colorado State a chance for a change. Rose scoops it up, trying to get it head to Wallace. Puck gets hung up in the neutral zone. Still kind of bounced around. Finally, Wallace sends it in deep. And now it's Colorado's turn for a change. Qualley picks it up, gets it up to Kidwell. Kidwell's trying to send a pass up ahead to Charlton, but was unable to come in. Charlton goes in, picks the puck off of Rose, surprising her, but unable to hang on to it. And Rose picks it up behind her own net. And she hits Charlton right in the skates. Furlow picks it up, skates across the blue line. McDougall is there. She gets around McDougall, goes for a backhand, but nothing on it. Really not a lot of juice on that one at all, and Rittner makes the pretty basic save. So I would kind of say that Colorado State seems to have kind of turned the momentum in their favor right now.
A little bit, yeah, definitely. Obviously,
it's
not as impressive of a scoreboard performance.
No, and we're not talking about like a huge shift, but I just feel like, and there's Bonk, hits a skate.
Obviously, having the lead on the leaderboard goes a long way for that.
Goes a long way. And now here we go. Elkin intercepts that pass, but then Fischelli turns right around and gets it back. She sends it into the corner. Elkin wraps it around behind the net, trying to get it up ahead to Maher, and she does. Maher, oh, beautiful drop pass from Qualley to 24. That's Harrell. Nice little move there. And the puck is kind of bouncing around, and now finally Ewald comes up with it, and she's got Fischelli on the other side, so Ewald skates in. Broken up by Girton. Ewald comes up with it again. Another poke check by Girton, and now the puck comes all the way out. Tell you, this is the same Colorado State defense we saw against Arizona State, and they really held their own when it came to the defensive side of it. Oh, and there's a one-time by Ahrens that hits the side of the net. Ahrens recovers the puck, tries a centering pass, but it's blocked by Norris. Sorry, not Norris, it's blocked by Isaacson Stubbs. And Rittner decides to pounce on that puck and stop it. Colorado State gets a change out of that, and we have 4:31 left in the second period with Colorado State just holding on to a one-goal lead over Colorado. And, you know, as I mentioned, life's gonna be interesting if Colorado State can actually beat Colorado. That'll give them both a 1-1 record, and we'll have to go down to the tiebreaker, which I believe begins with goals against. Puck ends up behind the net. Still back there. Players fighting for it. Finally kind of pops out. But McDonald keeps it in, and Ahrens lifts one, but it hits a bunch of traffic. Ahrens follows the rebound, but Rittner sticks that one away. Another one-time from the point, hits somebody in the skate, doesn't get through. It's bouncing around next to the near post, but Rittner blocks that post, hugs that pad right up against the post. McDonald hits Fortney right in the shin pad, so that puck doesn't go anywhere except into the corner. Now, Colorado's got a really long possession right now. This looks like a really good opportunity for them to try and score. Nasty's gonna get it back out to McDonald. Oh, one-timer deflection gets by Nasty and goes back into the corner. And now here comes Wallace fighting for the puck, and Rittner just jumps in the middle of that and covers the puck up. We'll have a face-off. I think Colorado State's doing something pretty smart. They're going for very fast line changes, so they don't spend a lot of time in the ice and don't risk getting tired in a single shift. But I feel like, it just kind of feels like that they're taking some really quick shifts. which I think is working for them. Puck is bouncing around. Norris trying to get it up ahead to Charlton. Now McDougal trying to do it the other side, getting it up to Smith. Puck's getting tied up in the corner. McDougal's gonna have to chase behind her own net, being followed by Wallace. She comes out on the other side with the puck. Skates through the neutral zone, she can get by one. Now she's got some room, across the blue line. Oh, man. And poor Charma just can't believe her bad luck. She's offside, she's the one who got there first. And so poor McDougal with a terrific chance to skate down and have a scoring chance against Beerbaum has that opportunity taken away by an offsides. 2:54 left in the second period. Colorado retrieves the puck, gets it up to Furla. Furla's gonna skate across the blue line. She's got Hatcher in the middle waiting for a pass. Norris is tying her up, doing a great job, but doesn't realize the puck is right underneath her. And Rittner's got to keep an eye on the puck through all that. Boy, Norris was doing such a good job of trying to keep Furla tied up in the crease, but didn't realize the puck was sitting right there between her feet. We've got 2 minutes, 39 seconds left in this second period. Colorado hanging on to a 1-goal lead, 2-1. On the face-off, puck ends up in the corner. Elkin wraps it around behind the net. Maher chases back into the corner. Back to Elkin. Elkin up to Qualley, but it's intercepted, and then Qualley gets it back, and now Elkin has some room, and she tries to get a nice little lead pass ahead to Maher, but Maher is unable to corral it, so it's going to get bounced around, and Raymond sends it into Bonk. Bonk skating in through the circle and flip. Wow.
Unbelievable goal, top shelf.
Flips it up over Rittner. Rittner makes a rare mistake against Bonk. She overcommits, goes down. Bonk took one look, didn't waste any time in flipping it up over her shoulder. Top shelf. Colorado ties it up. 2:10 in the second period, courtesy of number 17, Jordan Bonk. I tell you, folks, go do the rewind on that one, because it doesn't get much prettier than that. So we're back to square one again, 2-2. Colorado State recovers the puck off the draw. Elkin trying to hit the tape of Koshinski, but unable to do so. Now O'Brien's gonna come back the other way. Skates through the circle, trying to get it past her defender, trying to get it past Elkin. Bonk has got a chance from the middle slot, and oh my goodness.
2 goals and as many shots.
On that one, Rittner was screened. So Bonk shot through traffic, as you're supposed to, and goes in. Rittner gets beat. I feel bad for Rittner, because that one she was screened on badly. Colorado gets the first lead of the game, 3-2 with 1:47 left in the second period. And like I said, that Bonk-Fischelli-Ewald line is a dangerous line. Now here comes Colorado State the other way. Harrell carries across the line. She's got Qualley waiting in the center for a centering pass. And oh, she goes for a skate by, and instead it's saved by Beerbaum. And boy, I tell you, man, there was a big collision in front of the net. Colorado State corrals the puck and tries to send it forward. And my apologies, that was Mia Fischelli. I gave the wrong person the credit for the goal. My apologies out there to the Boulder fans. Mia Fischelli credit with that goal, pulling Colorado ahead, and we've got less than a minute left in the second period. And I am happy to report that Gabby DeMorat is back on the ice for Colorado State. I am so happy to see that. Shot on goal, Beerbaum makes a save, and that was Norris. Now here comes DeMorat, skating through traffic, gets intercepted by Nasty, but then picked up by McDougal, And she goes for a near post, but it goes and hits the side of the net and comes back out. She retrieves the rebound, sends it into the corner, picked up by Demorat. Demorat drops it, tries to drop it to McDougal. No, she dekes everyone. She's gonna just skate it all the way in. Great save by Beerbaum. McDougal picks up the rebound. We're down to the last 4 seconds in this period. We gotta have something happen fast if it happens. Slap shot high off the glass, and the horn sounds in a flurry at the end of the second period. Colorado does manage to get ahead now, 3-2. We've got one more period left to play. folks, welcome back to the third period, and this is it. 20 minutes left in this Colorado showdown. Who's gonna make it to the championship game tomorrow, Sunday, to face Arizona State? Right now, Colorado with a 1-goal lead, courtesy of the Bonk to Fascelli connection near the end of the second period, 3-2. But Colorado State has been up to the task, and they've been trading blows, blow to blow, with Colorado. Qualley sends it in just out of the reach of it. Looks like that was Maher. And now here comes Colorado the other way. Bonk skates across the blue line. Gets by one, but nice defense. And again, Elkin is able to fend her off. Puck ends up in the corner. Cross ice pass, boy, that's gonna be out of reach of Qualley, I'm pretty sure. And indeed, Nasty of Colorado scoops it up. And now here comes Fascelli, but it's intercepted by Girton, and they go down in a heap. Nasty fighting for the puck, and finally, Harrell gets a pass off to Qualley, and Qualley's time is up, so she heads to the bench. Puck behind the Colorado net, all the way out to Nasty. She sends it in neutral zone. It's scooped up, picked up by Norris. Norris gets to McDougall, back to Norris. Norris bounces it off the boards, trying to get it up ahead to DeMattis. DeMattis having a little trouble corralling the puck, though, and she gets it back to Norris. Sends it across ice to McDougall. McDougall gets by one, gets by two, skates through the neutral zone back to the opposite side. Now she's going to cross the blue line, cross by herself on the left side through the circle. She gets spun around, though, and she comes up with the puck. Fancy skating there by number 5 in green. Puck ends up in the corner. And now here comes Colorado the other way, but it is intercepted by Norris. And Norris dumps it in deep and then goes to the bench for a change. Picked up by the other number 12, Rose. She sends it up ahead to Hairston, but Hairston's unable to handle it. It bounces off to Wallace. Wallace lets one fly, but it hits somebody in the shin pans and ends up behind the net. Wallace tries to keep it in, but it's poked loose. Nice stick move by Harrell to poke that loose, and so O'Brien's gonna have to pick it up behind her own net. And now, ooh, number 19 of Colorado goes down in a heap. Looks like that was Sandstra. And now the puck ends up deep in the Colorado State zone, and we're gonna have an icing call. So the important thing for Colorado State here is, can they rally and tie this thing up? I mean, they've been playing head-to-head. You wouldn't know it by looking at the shots on goal, but in that second period, Colorado really put up a fight, and it was just literally the smooth skating, sharp shooting of Jordan Bonk that put those 2 goals on the board. Now, I realize that Fascelli tipped it in, but it was Bonk's shot on goal that led to the tip-in by Fascelli. Now, here comes Atwood the other way. She tries to go for a drop pass, but it gets left behind her. So she picks it up again and hucks it on net, but it ends up behind the goal and into the corner. Kept in by McDonald, sends it back into Hatcher. Colorado State trying to get that puck out of the zone. They need to put together some kind of offensive charge to even this thing up. And whoa, dangerous play right in front. Rittner makes a save, as she's been doing all evening. And O'Brien picks up the puck. Stretch pass ahead to McCloskey. McCloskey skates through the circle. Furley gets a stick on it. She spins around, throws the puck on goal, but Rittner makes the save. And again, you look at the shots on goal, and Colorado's consistently been out-shooting Colorado State. 17 shots on goal to 2 in the first period, 18-7 in the second, and yet we only have a 1-goal difference separating Colorado State and Colorado. Colorado having the 1-goal advantage. And I have to tell you, a lot of that difference is being made by Sabrina Rittner for Colorado State in keeping Colorado State close. Demorat just needs another winger with some speed to help her support, and then that would really give her line the power it needs to start scoring some goals. So right now she's missing that. Maybe it'll be next year. Nice diversion there. Right in front, Ewald goes and Rittner makes another save. Bonk is right there trying to shove it in, and we got a bunch of pushing and shoving right there in the crease, and the whistle blows. But that Demorat line, she's got Quali on the one side. I think, I can't remember who the other winger is. They just need somebody who's as quick as Quali or, you know, ideally even faster, and that would be a very powerful scoring line for Colorado State. We already know their defense is good. They've shown that against Arizona State. They're showing that here tonight against Colorado. They just need a little bit of that extra oomph in the scoring department to then make themselves a real contender. Aarons, centering pass goes all the way through to the other side. Nasty picks it up, dumps it in the corner. Aaron skates around through the circle. Good block by McDougall. Norris comes up with it, gets around Aarons. Now she's got a chance to send it up. She does. Gets it up ahead to Marr. Marr's trying to get it across to Quali, and Quali's got some room, but she can't quite handle the puck and gets ridden off by Aarons. And then, fortunately, Harold comes in following up to shoot it on goal. Is saved by Beerbaum. McDougall. Back to McDougall again, who lets one fly, but it goes wide. Scooped up by Norris. Drops it for McDougall, who goes down in a heap, but manages to get the puck behind the net. Aarons sends it back to Raymond. Raymond sends a pass, nice lead pass to Nasty, but it's broken up by Isaacson Stubbs, doing her job and staying home. Atwood breaks that one up, keeps the puck in the Colorado State zone, and now McDougall picks up. Now McDougall can fly. She skates across the blue line, and from the circle, she lets one fly, and she scores! 14:26 in third period. Megan McDougall, number 5 of Colorado State, evens things up, and we are back to square one. It is a nail-biter here in the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. Like I said, should Colorado win, they would qualify for the championship game tomorrow. But if they lose, that'll leave both Colorado State and Colorado with a 1-1 win-loss record, and so we'll have to go to the tiebreaker to determine who advances to the Sunday championship. On the draw, Colorado controls. O'Brien trying to get it up ahead to Hairston. She skates it across the blue line, into the corner, being pursued by Isaacson Stubbs. She ends up skating all the way through to the other side, out to the point, to Sandstra. Sandstra lets one fly, but it hits somebody and comes back out. Sandstra tries for another shot, goes for another one, and this time, Rittner covers it up. So we'll have a face-off. It looks like both teams are going to go for a line change. Face-off to Rittner's right in the Colorado State zone. On the draw, puck ends up in the corner. Demorat comes up with it. She sends a pass up. Ooh, gets knocked out of the air, and that's going to be high sticking. Knocked out of the air. I was going to compliment Claire Furla for knocking that puck down out of the air and breaking up that pass, but I think she's going to commit high sticking in the process of doing it. Of course, she wasn't near anybody, so it's not going to be a penalty. It's just going to be an infraction, which means that they'll have to have a face-off in the Colorado zone. And on the draw, Colorado picks it up, and it is Furla. She gets around one. Now she's got Hatcher in the middle, but then Elkin comes in, swoops in, and intercepts, breaks up that play. Puck is hung up in the corner. Hatcher comes up with it. She tries to get around Elkin. She does. She's going to go for the wraparound. Nope, goes for a 180. Trying to sneak it in that near post. Puck is still behind the net. Finally, Demorat comes up with it. Demorat's got some room to skate. She skates across the neutral zone. She's intercepted by Bonk, but she does manage to release the puck into the Colorado zone, and now Bonk comes back the other way. McDougall's going to have to chase it into the corner. Sends it across to Harrell. Harrell drops it back to Girton, tries to get it back to Harrell. Instead, it's intercepted by Ewald. She lets one fly. Chest protector saved by Rittner. One-time slapper by Maul. She tries to send it in deep. And now here comes McDougall. McDougall's got some room, and she's definitely going to be able to outskate Maul. Oh, I spoke too soon. Maul must have heard me, and Maul breaks up that play, breaks up the attack by McDougal, and now we have a penalty coming up on McDougal. And she kind of looks up at the ceiling, and boy, they're going to call slashing. I didn't think she actually got player on that. I thought it was a stick on stick, but obviously I'm not wearing stripes. So McDougal sits for 2 minutes. This is a critical moment for Colorado State. Score is tied up, 3-3, 12:39 left in this contest. Colorado now goes on the power play. So for this power play, looks like they've got Ahrens, Nasty, O'Brien, Wallace, and I can't quite see who's on the far side for Colorado. The penalty kill unit for Colorado State is going to be Elkin, Girton, Demorat, and can't quite see Norris. And Colorado starts their box. Nasty flings it on net, but it's broken up by Guerin, Norris, who then clears the puck out of the zone. Now Rouse tries to get it across, and she does to Wallace. Wallace turns around, crosses the blue line. She's got Elkin covering her. Now to O'Brien, who slides across the slot, across the circle. Good defense by Colorado State. Nasty collects the puck on the corner, skates behind the net, skates it through the circle, flings it on goal, looking for that deflection. Wallace is unable to get a stick on it. Aaron sends it back the other way. Wallace skates it from the corner into the circle. She flings it on net, and it goes all the way through the other side. A minute left in the Colorado power play. Rose keeps it in, gets it ahead to Atwood, but then Colorado State, as they do, flings it out. Qualley flings it out into the Colorado zone, and Colorado's going to have to start all over. Puck bounces through into the Colorado State zone. Norris is trying to clear it all the way out. I'm sorry, not Norris. That is number 22, Isaacson Stubbs. And Colorado tries to intercept it, but a little too soon because you still had players trailing in the zone. So they're going to be called offsides. 40 seconds left in the Colorado power play. Atwood to Bonk. Bonk skates through the circle, and nice defense by Girton to break that up. Fischelli picks up the rebound. Atwood to Bonk. Centering pass goes awry. Oh man, Hairston was waiting in the back door, but it got past her. She goes behind the net. Out to Fischelli. 17 seconds left in the power play. Bonk back out to Fischelli. Out to Atwood at the high slot. She throws one on net, and oh, Hairston was there for the deflection, but the deflection goes wide of the net. Ewald tries to get in, but terrific defense by Isaacson Stubbs to block that centering pass. And now, here comes McDougal to join the party. We are back to 5-on-5. In fact, she just goes right to the bench, and Ewald with a tap that goes high off the glass. Fischelli scoops it up in the corner, tries to come around. Nice play again by Isaacson Stubbs to break that up. Atwood comes up with it, skates through the circle, backhands it, goes wide of the net. 10 minutes, 13 seconds left in this game. We are tied up, and of course you can't end a game in a tie, so we will have an overtime if the teams end up in a tie at regulation. Hatcher loses the handle on the puck. Picked up by Furla, but picked up after the puck crossed outside of the blue line. That's going to be offsides. And both teams get a change. We'll have a face-off here just outside the Colorado State zone. So it'll be McCloskey facing off against Meeker Gordon. And Colorado controls the puck. Furla carries across the blue line on the right side, and they're going to call it offsides. I know that's the call, but boy, I thought that the two Colorado players were able to stay on sides, but apparently not. So we're just going to do it over again. McCloskey against Meeker Gordon in a deja vu face-off. This time Colorado State controls and taps it up the ice. Charlton's going to skate across the blue line. She's got Meeker Gordon trailing. Norris is unable to keep it in. It's going to skid her all the way across the ice to the other side. Picked up by Fortney. Fortney is unable to hang on to it, so it's going to end up in the corner. Norris is going to have to pick it up. She gets around Furla and sends up a pass up ahead to Fortney, but then that pass is picked off by Raymond to Rose. Meeker Gordon picks off, intercepts the pass, tries to get it to Qualley, kind of playing a little bit of neutral zone ping pong here as the puck just bounces back and forth, and finally Nasty comes up with it, tries to skate it in. Puck bounces loose into the corner. Nasty again in the corner. Being checked hard by McDougall. Gets picked up by Goldenberg. She's going to try and sneak it around into the front. Aaron's got the puck in front of her, but good defense by Colorado State. And now here comes Norris. Norris has got help on the far side. I think that's number 19, Smith, was waiting in case she needed to pass it off. Oh no, sorry, not 19. That would be Marr, number 10. But instead, Beerbaum makes a save on that shot. We've got 8:45 left in regulation. Teams are tied 3-3. Again, Colorado still out shooting Colorado State about 3-1. Not reflected on the scoreboard. Sandstra sends it up ahead, but kept in by Girton. Sandstra goes and tries again, skates through the neutral zone. Held up at the blue line by Demorat. Hairston picks up the puck, flings it on net. Rittner sends it into the corner. Qualley fighting for the puck. Finally, Hairston comes up with it. Her shot goes way wide. Girton picks it up behind her own net. Sends it up ahead to Marr, but it gets picked off by O'Brien. O'Brien skates across the blue line through the slot, gets funneled off into the circle end, off to the side. Puck ends up behind the net. O'Brien picks up the rebound on the other side, drops a pass to McCloskey. McCloskey drops a pass to Hatcher, but Hatcher gets tied up by Elkin behind the net. Now McCloskey comes in again. Elkin sticks with her, blocks the centering pass, and Demorat's able to scoop it up, get around Furla, tries to get a lead pass to Dematis, but it's out of Dematis' reach. Dematis is going to hustle down, but not in time. We're going to have an icing called against Colorado State. So it is indeed a nail-biter here in Game 4 of this weekend. Both teams fighting for a chance to qualify for tomorrow's Sunday game against Arizona State. Arizona State was last year's champion as well, defeating Grand Canyon in the final game. So they went to nationals, and in the first game they faced Maryville, lost that game 0-2. In the second game they faced Miami and lost that game in a squeaker 2-3. Ewald goes down in a heap, and we're going to have a penalty on that. That's going to be a tripping call against Colorado State. It's going to be against number 91, Kelly Dematis. So she's going to sit for a couple minutes, and Colorado State again is going to have to go on the penalty kill and make sure to keep Colorado out of the net. I think that's going to be key for Colorado State because they don't have a lot of scoring power, and so falling behind by a goal could be a pretty tough hill for them to climb. On the other hand, as we have seen all weekend, they have a very tight, well-disciplined defense, and so they've been quite a challenge for all the teams here to score on. That's not going to stop Atwood from trying, and her wrist shot goes wide. Ewald picks up the rebound. Hairston skates through the circle, sends it out to Atwood. Atwood sends it across the ice to Fischelli. Fischelli lets one fly through traffic, but that one goes wide and behind the net. And here we go. Qualley with a chance. She's fighting hard with Atwood. She gets around Atwood, but she runs out of real estate, ends up behind the net. And now here comes Bonk, and now we're going to have another penalty, and I guarantee you it's going to be against the white jersey. And sure enough, number 23 Atwood is going to go sit for 2 minutes. So we have offsetting penalties now. Lucky opportunity for Colorado State. They'll have to go 4-on-4 for 1:34, and then they'll have another 26 seconds of a player advantage. So here we go, face-off in the Colorado zone to the left of goalie Beerbaum. Demorat facing up against Ahrens. Puck is bounced around, finally picked up by Raymond. She's sending up, trying to get it up ahead to Wallace. She does clear the zone, but it's scooped up by Norris, who tries to send it back in. Gets tied up. front of the Colorado bench. Rose has some room, so she's going to skate it across the blue line, through the circle. Nice defense by McDougal. Nice save by Rittner. Raymond at the point, all the way across to Wallace. Wallace lets one fly through traffic. Boy, she had a great shot, but it was inches wide of that far post. 6:05 left in the game. 59 seconds left in the DeMatteis penalty against Colorado State. McDougal skates it into the Colorado zone, deep into the zone. She's going for the centering pass. Oh, the one-timer gets by Marr. And now comes skittering the other way. It's going to be a race. It's Norris against Wallace. Wallace gets there first, but Norris rides her off the puck. Bonk comes in, swoops in, trying to get the puck. And now here we go. Here comes Colorado State with a chance of a 3-on-2 or 2-on-1. Girton lets one fly, but it goes wide. Bonk picks it up. Sends it in, back to Girton, who intercepts in the neutral zone. 17 seconds left in the DeMatteis penalty, the 4-on-4. Puck is still in the corner in the Colorado zone. Girton is swatting at it, but unable to corral it. Now Fischelli's gonna have a chance at it, and she's got Bonk with her. Fischelli's gonna cross the blue line, skating hard, running into a lot of traffic. Oh my goodness, they're gonna call a tripping penalty. That looked like a clean poke check to me, but nonetheless, Ms. Fortney, Mackenzie Fortney, number 15, goes into the box just as Colorado State was going to get a player advantage. We're going to go back to 4-on-4 for 23 more seconds, and then Colorado gets a player advantage for 1:37 seconds. That is a long time to be shorthanded, especially when you've already killed off one penalty. So let's see what kind of stamina Colorado State's got left. Let's see what they've got in the tank. A little bit of 4-on-4 again for 23 seconds. Puck ends up being in the corner. Elkin whips it around the boards. Is it gonna clear the zone? No, it's gonna get scooped up by Sandstrom, who keeps it in. Centering pass to O'Brien. She's got a lot of room, but oh my goodness, what a defensive play by number 24, Harrow, who sacrifices her body to block that shot from McCloskey. Or sorry, from O'Brien. O'Brien, nice little drop pass to Wallace. Wallace back to O'Brien. O'Brien from the middle slot skates through the circle. Now she lets it fly, and boy, that was a laser beam. Beats Rittner over the shoulder, and Colorado takes the lead on a power play goal at 4:31 left in this game. That might be the nail in the coffin for Colorado State. Colorado State leading through 2 periods until finally Colorado evened it up and then pulled ahead in the second period. Now, Colorado State was able to even it up again, but now Colorado comes back and pulls ahead by 1. 4:31 left in regulation time. McDougal off of the draw, skates it in, behind the net. She's got Qualley waiting in the center if she can get it to her. Mara comes in to help, and the puck squirts away, and now here we go. Here comes Bonk all by herself, 1-on-1 with the goalie, and Rittner makes the save. Great adjustment by Rittner as she had Bonk coming in hard and fast, and Rittner could have come out and challenged, but if she gotten beat, that would have been in, so she's just stood her ground, just made some adjustments, cut down the angle, and indeed makes the picture-perfect save to keep that puck out of the net. 4:10 left in this game. Colorado again leading by 1 goal, 4-3. DeMorat behind her own net. And here she goes. Pass ahead to Qualley, who gets by 1. Nope, doesn't quite get past 1. Puck is still kind of bouncing around. Finally gets picked up by Norris. DeMorat comes in to try and help. Norris comes up with it, but Fischelli's gonna try and poke it loose. Maher's in there. She gets it out to Qualley. Qualley now fighting for it with Ewald against the boards. Puck is still not loose. Still coming, bouncing around a little bit. Bonk finally tries to get it out to Fischelli. And now Fischelli's gonna have it. She's gonna cross the blue line, and she's got Ewald in the center. She goes for the centering pass, but it hits a stick and goes high. Hairston collects the puck. And now here comes Colorado State with a chance going the other way. Qualley, she's got McDougal back to Harrell, but Harrell gets ridden down into the corner. Colorado State goes for a much-needed line change. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in regulation time. McDougal tries to get it out to Harrell, or to Koshinski. Now to Harrell. Harrell sends it in deep. Raymond picks it up in the corner. Gets it up ahead to Wallace. Now it's intercepted by Elkin. Elkin bumps it up ahead to Harrell, but it gets intercepted. Then intercepted again by Girton, who sends it in deep. Raymond from her own corner, intercepted by Elkin, who tries to put one on goal, but it goes wide. I think that's what Colorado State's going to have to do, is just every opportunity they have, they need to shoot it on goal and just hope that someone's there for a tip or a rebound. I just don't see them mounting an effective, organized offensive rush. They just don't have the line to do it. On the other hand, they do have some skill and some good stick handling skills, so that given the right opportunity, somebody can grab a puck and go for a goal by opportunity, as they say. So we have a timeout being called by Colorado State. So the question is, 4-3, we've just got under 2 minutes, I believe, left in the third. Do you pull the goalie? And again, it's an all or none. Colorado State understands that if they can win this game, they have a shot at Sunday's championship game. If they lose, they go home. Colorado goes on and advances to the Sunday championship game. So you have to be wondering if Colorado State's head coach, Michelle Harcrow, if that's what she's considering. Now, of course, for that to be effective, what Colorado State needs to do is have a prolonged possession in the Colorado zone, which gives the goalie a chance to leave the net and not leave the net open for a chance for a scoring opportunity from Colorado. So let's see. So Rittner's heading back to the crease. The faceoff is going to be in the Colorado end. So let's keep an eye on Rittner and see if Colorado State's able to keep the puck in the Colorado zone. Let's see if she heads to the bench. Sorry, not under 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. Aaron's facing DeMorat. Colorado State gets the puck. Sandstra ridden in the corner. DeMorat's in there. Mar's in there. She comes out. She's trying to go for a shot, but she's defended out. Pushed out, ridden off the puck. McDougal to DeMorat from the slot. DeMorat lets one fly, and she gets the goal. Holy cow. Well, if anyone was going to get that lifeline goal, it was going to be Gabby DeMorat, it was a tip. So DeMorat makes the shot, and Qualley, number 9, Bree Qualley, gets the tip in. So there you have it, folks. We have 1:52 left in regulation, and we have a tie game, 4-4. And if you got up during those last few minutes thinking you could grab a beer or something, you made a mistake, because we still got a game going on here. Raymond sends it in deep. Norris is going to chase it behind her own net. Puck centering pass, bouncing around in front of the crease. Fischelli doesn't realize it's right down by her feet. She's going to have to chase it into the corner. Shot from the point by Raymond goes wide. Behind the net, Bonk and DeMorat. Back out to the point. Raymond back to Bonk. Bonk's being double teamed, shut down. Puck ends up back behind the net. McDougal and Fischelli fighting for the puck in the corner. Fischelli trying to get around. Whoa, trying to get Maher. Maher goes down in a heap. Ewald now with a chance. But McDougal's right on top of her. We have under a minute left in this regulation time. The teams are tied up, and McDougal drops a pass to teammate 12, Norris, who goes down in a heap. Jumps up. And now Rose sends it up ahead to Ewald. Ewald's going to try and make a rush for it. She sends it to Bonk. Bonk's got a couple to get by. She tries for a drop pass, but I think a little miscommunication there. Rouse wasn't there. Here comes number 25, Koshinski, and that puck gets knocked away. Atwood picks it up. McDougal's right on her, though. Atwood unable to come around with anything. Now the puck's in front. Dangerous puck bouncing in front. Down to 20 seconds left in this game. Wallace with a backhander. Saved by Rittner. Puck is still loose in front of the goal. 13 seconds left in regulation time. We're still tied 4-4. Atwood now in the corner. McDougal picks it up. Tries to send it out. Bounces in a skate. Now Hairston goes after it. Ends up in the corner. Wallace back to Hairston. Hairston with centering pass. And we are done with regulation time. And after 60 minutes of play, we have a tie game. Colorado and Colorado State are now going to go into an overtime. So let me pull out my little cheater sheet here. We have a 5-minute overtime. It'll be 3-on-3. The goalies will switch ends for this overtime. And they are going to keep on playing sudden death overtimes until a goal is scored. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not sudden death. It's a 5-minute flat overtime. My mistake. So, teams are taking a quick breather here. They'll reset the clock. The goalies will switch ends. So Beerbaum, who was originally guarding the goal on your left, will now move to the goal on your right. Rittner will move to the goal on your left. The teams will play 3-on-3 for a 5-minute overtime period. And whoever is leading it at the end of that overtime period will be declared the winner. If the teams are still tied after overtime, we will continue to play 5 minutes at a time, overtimes, until the winning goal is scored. And as I said, Colorado, should they win, they will qualify for tomorrow's game on Sunday. They will face Arizona State. Should Colorado State win, then both teams will have a 1-1 record in the tournament. They'll have to go in the tiebreaker, and I'll be really honest with you, I am not smart enough to do the math. I will not be able to tell you who's going to qualify for Sunday's game. I'll probably have to wait for it to show up either on the stats tomorrow or unless they announce it here in the stadium, but I doubt if they'll do that. I think that what they're going to want to do is make sure they take the time to get it right, as they say. So here we are. First overtime period. Puck is in the Colorado zone. DeMorat skates through the slot. Into the far circle, now skates around. Centering pass, oh, just gets by Qualley. Raymond bounces up ahead to Bonk. Both teams have their scoring line out for this first shift. Qualley picks it up. Across to McDougal. McDougal being checked by Wallace. Tries to get it out ahead, but it's going to get intercepted by Bonk. Bonk trying to get it out to Wallace. Now bounces off a skate, and now it's going to get picked up by Raymond. She's being back-checked hard by DeMorat, and DeMorat takes the puck. DeMorat centering pass to McDougal from the high slot. Hits somebody in the stick, just barely misses the official. Whizzes by his ear and bounces off the glass. Again, DeMorat skating through the circle. Drop to McDougal. Back to DeMorat. Centering pass, one time by McDougal. Nice save by Beerbaum, and now here comes Wallace the other way. She's got Raymond on the other side, but Raymond is not your typical is not one of your scoring defenders. And now here we go, one-on-one. Smart play by Beerbaum. She shoves that puck in the corner because she sees Maher bearing down on her in a hurry. Maher skates across the slot into the circle. She lets one in. DeMattis was right there for the deflection, but it goes wide. Elkin back out to DeMattis, to Maher, who's unable to corral it, so Colorado State's gonna have to come back out and regroup. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in this first overtime period. DeMattis gets around one, gets around two, across the blue line. She drops it to Elkin. Elkin's shot goes high over the crossbar and off the glass. Now here comes Fischelli. That pass gets by her, so she's gonna be a race to the end. No icing. Fischelli being pursued by Maher. She sends it off to Atwood. Atwood's gonna have to skate it into the corner. Puck gets loose, and now here comes DeMorat. She skates across the blue line. She's got one to beat. Can she beat Rose? She does, but she can't get around Beerbaum, and Beerbaum pokes the puck into the corner. Rose up ahead to Hairston. Hairston is unable to get by Harrell. Harrell doing a good job in defense. Trying to get it out, start the breakout from her, and she's intercepted by Ewald. But fortunately for Colorado State, the puck is picked up by Norris. Ewald still in the corner. Harold's there. Norris is there. Norris back to Harold. Picked off now Rouse with the puck. She lets one fly, slap shot, and tipped. Oh my goodness, tipped by Harrison, another tip. And now here comes Demorat the other way. She's got Norris on her left. Rouse is defending, and oh, the puck gets through Norris, gets by Rose, but saved by Beerbaum. And now here comes Ewald the other way. Norris does a good job of just riding her off the center line and into the corner. Rose again, this time it hits Norris in the chest. Qualley now with the puck. Her two line mates go in for a change because they're beat. Puck bounces off O'Brien's chest. Aarons picks it up, tries to get it out to Bonk, and now here we go, Bonk versus Girton. Mara comes in to help, Rittner makes a save. 1:23 left in this overtime. I tell you, 3-on-3 on an ice sheet this big. Again, this is Olympic ice. It's wider than NHL ice. 3-on-3 is a lot of work. Now, altitude's not a problem for the Colorado teams. They're used to playing at altitude, but covering this much ice with only 3 players on a side is a lot of skating. Face-off in the Colorado State end. Puck comes loose. Bonk with a chance. Unable to beat DeMattis, who is just like swarming all over her, not letting her get an open shot. Raymond from the circle. Centering pass. Oh, deflection by Bonk goes up into the netting. 1:02 left in this overtime period. Both teams change their lines. Face-off just outside the blue line. Puck squirts out in the neutral zone, picked up by Hairston. She skates it across the line, but it's taken away by DeMattis. DeMattis gets around one. DeMattis is going to skate across the blue line herself, but she needs some help. It's 1-on-2, so she's going to skate it into the corner, or sorry, behind the net. Raymond is there. She gets it back out to Fischelli. Now here comes Fischelli the other way. Being checked, oh, being checked hard by Demorat, and now picked up by McDougall. Now McDougall, we know she can shoot. Nice centering pass to Harrell. Harrell lets it fly. Beerbaum makes a save. Now here comes Fischelli the other way. Demorat's being the defender. Manages to ride her off. Stops her attack. Pass to Wallace is intercepted. McDougall playing between the two. Wallace is coming back in, but she's being checked by McDougall, and the puck just kind of bounces loose, and Rittner makes a save. We got a player go down in a heap. Oh my goodness. She went down hard. And I hope she's all right. That's again Demorat. So the buzzer sounds, we still have another tie. We'll have a 2-minute intermission, and the teams will come back out for another 5-minute overtime period of 3-on-3. Boy, I tell you, Demorat has played her heart out this weekend. She has sacrificed body and soul for this game, and boy, she's going to use the ice packs tonight for sure.
We are going into a second 3-on-3 overtime.
And this is going to be a hard-won game for whichever team wins, and whichever team ends up making it to Monday's game, they're going to be beat. The sad part is that, again, this is an evening game, right? So it is currently 9:48, and it's an 11 o'clock game. That is an early wake-up call if you don't get to bed till about midnight, right? Because you figure you end the game, you got to get dressed, you got to shower, you know, have something to eat, and then turn right around and be back in the rink by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is a short night of rest. All right, so here we go, another 3-on-3. It's Demorat, Qualley, and McDougall for Colorado State. It's Wallace, Bonk, and Rose for Colorado. McDougall with the puck. Skates around to give herself some room. Drop pass to Demorat, back to Qualley. Qualley skates across the blue line. Drops it to Demorat, back to Quali. Gets away from her though, and now Rose has it. Rose skates it up through the neutral zone. Being guarded by McDougal. She crosses the blue line, ends up being the corner. Centering pass. Doesn't quite get to Wallace, so she's gonna have to skate it into the corner. Back out to Rouse on the point, trying to get it to Bonk, who was trying to, I think she was trying to be a little tricky and poke it in past Rittner, but she didn't have enough on it, so Rittner just easily covers it up. 4:21 in this overtime period. Ewald facing off against Maher. Puck squirts out, ends up in the corner. Furla and Maher pursue it into the corner, still behind the net. Furla tries to get it out in front. She does. O'Brien skates it into the corner. Now she's going to go behind the net, going for the quick wraparound. Instead, she's going for centering pass, but it goes all the way through to the other side. Furla ends up in the corner. Dematis is pursuing. Now Furla gets away. Same thing, she tries to go around the far side and get the pass across the middle, but she's being pursued by Elkin, who gets the puck away from her. Elkin gets a pass ahead to Maher. Maher's got some room, but unfortunately for her, her line mates need a change, so she's got to hold up and wait. Intercepted by Furla, and now Maher returns the favor. She flings one on, but it hits O'Brien in the pads and bounces right back out. Ewald gets a chance, being checked hard by Demorat, and McDougal swoops in to try and help. And we have a penalty. I think that's going to be holding. Interesting. So this is a tough one. Demorat's going to go to the box, and Colorado State is going to be stuck. Well, it's still 3-on-3, but Colorado State's going to be, I'm sorry, it's still 3 for Colorado State, but what happens is Colorado gets an extra player on the ice. So this is going to be a tough one for Colorado State, especially considering their best player is now going to have to sit for 2 minutes of this overtime period. And now Colorado looks like they're calling a timeout. And probably, if nothing else, it's a breather for the team because they've been going at it hard. Demorat came out of the box thinking, well, it's a timeout, I can listen to what the coach has to say. And the line official says, no, 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 no. You have to go back into the penalty box. And you don't get to listen to whatever's going on. You don't get to be part of the powwow at your bench. So we've got 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in this overtime period, 2 minutes of which Colorado State is going to have to kill penalty with their best player in the box. So a tough one here, and maybe that's part of what the strategy call by Colorado is knowing that maybe they could overpower Colorado State by putting a superpower line out. And sure enough, it looks like it's going to be Bonk, Rose, Raymond, and I can't tell if that's Furla or Ahrens. I need her to turn a little bit more. Now for Colorado State, it looks like it's Girton, Norris, and McDougal. And it is indeed Ahrens for Colorado. So they set up their box. Raymond, back to Rose. Shot on goal, saved by Rittner. And again on the draw, this time McDougal grabs a puck and flings it down the other end of the rink. Raymond picks it up behind her own net. Out to Bonk. All the way across to Rose. Rose has got some room. She skates across the blue line. Through the circle, across the slot. Now back out to Raymond, back to Rose. Through the circle, she flings one on net. Whole bunch of bodies hoping for deflection, but instead Colorado State is able to clear this puck all the way to the other end and, importantly, get a couple of players, fresh bodies, on the ice. Now here comes Bonk through the neutral zone. She's got Raymond on her left. She's got Ahrens on her right. Skating by one. Unable to beat Rittner, though. Puck is still loose. McDougal scoops it up and taps it up ahead to Marr. And Marr, just across the blue line, gets a little bit hung up. Puck is still kind of bouncing around in the neutral zone. Bonk's coming up with it, but Norris cuts her off. And now sends it back the other way. O'Brien scoops it up, skates across the blue line. She's by herself, though, 1-on-3, because Colorado's going for a change. She gets ridden into the corner by Norris. McDougal finds the puck and flings it down the other end. Again, burning off precious seconds off that penalty clock against Colorado State. 22 seconds left in the Colorado power play. Here comes Sandstra, coming down fast through the neutral zone across the blue line. And she gets blocked by Elkin. Puck stays in, though, back into the corner. Girton flings it out and gets tapped wide. Demanis managed to tap it out wide, and that's it. The penalty to Demorad is over. Teams are back to 3-on-3. Well, I thought it should be 3-on-3, but I'm still seeing 4 Colorado jerseys on the ice, so I'm a little confused. So it is 4-on-4. Now here comes Ewald, coming hard through the neutral zone, crossing the blue line, being checked hard by Qualley. Girton is fighting for it. Wallace is fighting for it. They end up in the corner. Wallace out to the point to Rouse. Rouse tries to send it in deep. It hits somebody in the skate. Now it's going to be picked up by McDougal. She's got Qualley on the left side. She skates across the blue line. Bounces around Raymond. Ridden into the boards. Raymond comes up with it. Now Ewald comes up with it. Clock is ticking down. We're down to 33 seconds left in this overtime period, the second overtime period. Wallace bounces puck up ahead into the zone and then goes for a change. Oh no, she bounces it in. We're gonna have icing instead. That is a tough one. That means the puck's gonna come all the way back into the Colorado zone. After all that work, they're gonna bring the puck all the way back to the beginning and have a face-off in the Colorado zone. 24 seconds left in this overtime period. Neither team really showing much of an advantage, and I think it's going to come down to who blinks first. Whoever makes a mistake, the big mistake, that's going to be a chance for the other team to capitalize, and I have a feeling that's how we're going to end this overtime. So here we go, face-off in the Colorado end. Fischelli facing off against Demorat. Puck is still in the circle, finally gets poked loose. Demorat picks it up, skates it out, comes back in, skates around one. To break that up, because Elker step. And now Fischelli gets a lead pass to Wallace, but the horn sounds and we have run out of time. Wallace was hoping for a breakaway, but just didn't have enough time. So, overtime number 3 coming up in 2 minutes. And yes, folks, indeed, this is what we're going to do. There are no shootouts in tournament play. We're going to keep playing overtimes until somebody scores a goal. And the longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be for the team that finally wins to play tomorrow. This is a real tough one, especially because you're going to be facing Arizona State when you want all your reserves and all your extra, whatever extra you've got left, to face one of the best teams in the ACHA, Arizona State. But that is not to be. And of course, host team Utah, their season is done, having lost to Colorado and Arizona State. So we're down now to the last 3 teams, and one of these teams playing right now is going to be playing tomorrow, and the other one's going to be going home. And again, that championship game will be at 11 a.m. Mountain Time here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. And of course, the winner, the reason they're all playing for this, the winner qualifies for the national championship. That will be held in St. Louis, Missouri. And for the women's one, it'll be from the 12th to the 16th of March. And we're getting ready for the 3rd overtime puck drop of the evening. Goalies have switched goals again. So now Beerbaum's on your right in her white jersey. Rittner's on your left. And both goalies playing a fine game. I have to say it's kind of hard to see Beerbaum's quality. I've seen her in regular season. I can tell you she's a good goalie, but she just hasn't been challenged as much as Rittner. Rittner now facing 53 shots on goal after these 2 overtime periods. Demorat starting the breakout from her own zone. Long pass up to Girton. To Qualley. Qualley scooping it up, getting into the corner, but it's intercepted by O'Brien. Now here comes Bonk the other way. Bonk versus McDougall. Bonk drops it off to Wallace, and that's it. Sorry, not Wallace. My apologies, that was number 23. Melina Atwood scores the winning goal, and it was sudden death, my apologies. She beats Rittner with a top shelfer. Congratulations to the University of Colorado Buffaloes, who have qualified for tomorrow's championship game against Arizona State University. Again, that game is at 11 a.m. here at Salt Lake City Sports Complex. We'll see you there. Thank you again for tuning in. Please stay safe. Take care.